The following video you are about to watch contains adult language. Probably didn't need to say that, but I will, because just in case someone is bothered by that. Tacos. Do the partner shuffle and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all up. I'm a little late on this. Also, I can't spin very well. Let's try that again. Oh, my back. Oh, God, it's so awful. Oh, fuck. That's what it's all about. Fuck. Hey, hi-ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Shannon Elshook, and willkommen to episode 11 of Darling in the Franxx. Here on Double Hit with your host, Shannon L. Shook, because the L is totally necessary. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, hey guys. How you doing? It's been a little minute, hasn't it? Well, that'd be because I disappeared for a week. You're probably like, oh my god, he's dead, isn't he? And little did you know that he was. He was deaded, and then he had risen 3 days later, and it was Santa Claus that did it. In the study with the candlestick, Colonel Mustard. Oh yeah, hey guys, it's been a minute. Yeah, no, I disappeared last week. And if you're on the Discord, you know why. If you're not on the Discord, for shame. Because, you know, that's where you're going to get all the updates, and where I ask, like, hey, do you guys mind if I disappear for a week? And you can be like, fuck nah. And I'm like, so you don't mind? I'm like, oh, shit, damn. But yeah, no, you guys can be the ones to tell me if you guys think it's a bad idea for me to do that. You know, I disappeared for a week because I needed a little bit of a break, for two main reasons. One, it just was really kind of nice to take a break. It's been a minute, and the idea, that is one thing, because there's one or two shows in particular I know that, just because of the stress that comes with always trying to keep up with them, it's kind of killed a little bit of the fun of one or two of the shows for me, which is really sad, because ReZero is great, and I know people really like ReZero. And I like ReZero. It's just trying to keep up with it each week makes me not want to record it. It's like, just want to watch this shit on my own. I don't want to sit down and record this fucking video right now. But that's why we take a break every once in a while. And, you know, so I did that, and there was another big reason, and it kind of falls back into that, trying to keep things on schedule. Because if you noticed last week, the only video that did come out was ReZero, and that was because ReZero did not come out until the week after it was supposed to fucking come out. And Suka was fucking late, and Place for the Universe was fucking late because I'm awful. But you know, I was late on a bunch of stuff, and I liked the idea of taking a break so that I could get a little bit of backlog of videos, so I could just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna be late this week, but you know what's good is I already have a backup video, so that I can already get that out, and I don't have to worry about sitting down to record immediately, and shit like that. And I figured that would take a lot of the stress out of it, and I think it would have, if that shit had worked, because I'm recording this on Friday, which is when I would have normally fucking recorded this week anyway. So yeah, let's just say your boy's plans went awry. Yeah, no, last week was a bit of a frustration, and I literally just didn't have any chance to record. Between work, I got sick at one point. People came home from something that I wasn't expecting them to come home from right away, which I don't know why I didn't. It was like, we're going to be gone for a fucking week. Oh, okay, cool. So that means you guys are going to be gone for like a month or something, right? No, you fucking idiot. So, you know, there's just a lot of things that got in the way, and that didn't end up happening. So I ended up taking a break, which was good for me personally, but doesn't really do shit for the fucking channel. So I am sorry about that, guys. That being said, that's okay. We're going to be here, and we're going to watch fucking episode 11 of Darling in the Franxx. We're going to have a great fucking time. Before we get started, there's a couple things I really want to run down by you guys, because I believe this all happened after the last episode that you guys saw, but I have now both a Annie list and an Annie list profile, and a poll regarding, I'm out of breath, you know you're a fat guy if you can run out of breath and you did not move at all. But you know, we also have a poll trying to figure out what it is we're going to watch replacing A Place for in the Universe when that ends here shortly, but not as shortly as I actually thought it was going to end. Citrus is ending literally next week, but Place for in the Universe not so much. That being said, I do want to get on ahead of that, so we've been trying to figure out a show we're going to replace it with. And in the description, you will find both a link to my Annie list as well as that poll. You can go check those out. Number one, you can see all the things that I've seen, what I thought about them. You can see what I want to watch in the future. You can recommend shit to me because I love when people do that shit. And you guys can hit the poll and help us decide what we're going to watch. So far, it is between two shows, which apparently people fucking love. Mainly Hana and No Game, No Life. Let's try that one again. Mainly No Game, No Life and Anohana. So, it's pretty much going to be a choice between those two, unless one of y'all comes out of nowhere and like, hey guys, let's all watch Made in Abyss, right? Yeah, let's do it. Bum rush this motherfucker. But you know, so you guys can check out the poll and give me your opinions on what you guys think I should watch next. That being said, we still got a little bit to go for this fucking show. God damn it. Holy damn. The crazy thing is, too, is you guys are like so close to being done with the series itself, which is crazy, and I'm still only on episode fucking 11. This last week did not help. Anyway, it is what it is. There's one more thing I wanted to cover, and it is directly in relationship to Darling in the directly in relation to Darling in the Franxx. And that is, over the course of the week, I have work, like I mentioned. And that leads to me having a lot of time where I'm just standing in a fucking room mopping a fucking floor. So when I'm doing that, I often listen to music or something in the background. That being said, one of the toppest of tierest of commenters on our little group, the man with the plan himself, 24 Hour, who also has a real name, but it's really fun to say it, 24 Hour, had recommended to me a series of analysis videos created by a channel here on YouTube named Nearly on Red. Yes, did I nail that? Nearly on Red. And I proceeded to binge the ever-loving shit out of it while I was at work. And it has been really enjoyable. So I am caught up on that series, and because of that, I have a bit of a new perspective on a couple of the episodes that I've watched in the past. And by that, I mean, I guess all of them, because I watched one on everything that I've seen. I didn't watch anything new, because I'm not a fucking idiot. But yeah, no, there's a couple things I never noticed or I never mentioned and shit, and I just really want to cover like two things in particular. There's a whole ton of symbolism throughout the entire show that I've never caught on to. Thankfully, a little bit has been helped out to me. It's been thrown my way by, again, you lovely, awesome people in the comments. But there's a lot of it I didn't catch. I won't go into super big detail because I don't know how important it is. That being said, there's two things in particular I wanted to quickly mention. Number one is, in the last couple episodes, the show has made it very apparent, or made a point, I should say, to have, at least in every episode, a scene or something like that devoted to Mitsuru and Kokoro together. Usually it's in like the greenhouses, in the greenhouse and whatnot. And it was something that I noticed when we were watching it, but I don't think I ever actually mentioned it. And it basically, I just wanted to let people know that I did kind of take note of that. I just never mentioned it. I always thought it was interesting that those two were being rounded up together. And there was a lot of, it seems like the budding of friendship, or perhaps more as we go along with that. I don't know. Again, I could be totally wrong. And I think one of the reasons I might not have mentioned it is because before I even started doing reactions to the show, I have, through screenshots, so not a ton, but I have had things visually spoiled to me about the show later on, and there's a couple of them pertaining to Kokoro. So it's shit that made me go, I don't know, is it? Do I even bother mentioning it up? Because is there stuff? Because I don't really have context for what those screenshots mean, but I did see what's in them because I didn't have a choice. So it's just, I think that's why I never mentioned them. those two together, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I wanted to let you guys know that that is a thing. Also, I realize this is an incredibly long intro, but it's because I want to make sure that I'm getting this information across. And making sure that you guys know where I am in my state of mind. It's why I always want to make sure you guys know if something has been spoiled for me. Because I want you guys to know exactly where I am in the show. I want you guys to know. I don't want anything to seem fake. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, no, I totally didn't see this shit coming. Wow. Like, no, I saw it. I don't know what any of it means, though. So don't fucking talk about it in the comments. That being said, the other thing I want to talk about is not something that was spoiled for me or anything like that. It's just something I literally never noticed in the show. But then I heard my man theorizing about it, and that apparently that everyone in the comments of his videos was like, yeah, no, we've been theorizing the same shit. And that is, in relation to Ikuno, the theory that she's gay never once crossed my mind. Never once did I'm like, oh, I bet you she wants a piece of that Ichigo. I should have, because everyone should want that, because if you don't, you're goddamn blasphemer. Femur? What the fuck? Femur. Anyway, point is, yeah, the leg. Anyway, yeah, no, I never, ever caught on to anything like that related to Ikuno. Whether that's true or just a theory that's going to be proven wrong at some point, I don't fucking know. That being said, there's a lot of shit that points to her being gay and having a thing for Ichigo, and I never caught on to it. Her fucking Franxx, her obsession with lilies, the way she interacts with Ichigo, and the way she interacts with people outside of that, the way she acts as soon as Ichigo leaves, there were just little things that she does here and there, and I'm like, I never ever considered that until someone literally step by step walked me through it. So fucking A. So I will say that knowing this potentially means that I won't be surprised if that ends up happening. That does mean, though, I will be like, holy shit, that is actually what's happening. Oh, that's kind of cool. If it doesn't end up happening. If it doesn't, I'll be like, oh, well, that's a fucking Tuesday then. It is actually a Tuesday, because that's when Darling In The Franxx comes out, but it's actually a Friday as I'm recording this. Anyway, point is, oh my god, it's such a long intro. But just, I wanted to make sure you guys knew what I knew going in, so that, again, you guys are on the same page as me, you know? Anyway, in the last episode, Zorome got separated from the gang, ended up going to meet this old lady, who I think's his mama, or a caretaker or something like that. But I'm guessing mama, because the eyes. And we learned a bunch of weird shit about the society and the people and all that. This is too much to fucking talk about, especially with this intro already as long as his point is, Zorome had his episode. I really, really liked it. And I want to see where we go from here. And all I'm going to say is, I have no idea how accurate this title is, but the fucking title, Partner Shuffle, that sounds like it could be interesting, potentially scary, but totally interesting. And I want to see where this goes. So we're going to watch it here 15 minutes into the fucking recording. Okay, hopefully it's not that long when I edit it down, but holy shit. Anyway, sorry to make you guys sit through that if you guys did. Absolutely going to have to put a fucking timestamp in the comments. Oh god. Anyway, thank you guys for bearing with me. Anyway, we're gonna get started here in 3, 2, 1. Partner Shuffle. I already knew that they were gonna clap too. That's the worst part. And that's Mitsuru, isn't it? Because that's another thing, is I never caught on that that was who Mitsuru was until I watched those videos, and my man pointed that out. We're going to have a fucking Mitsuru episode, aren't we? Ooh, I'm intrigued. I'm very curious now if that is going to have things with, lead to things in relation to Kokoro, then. See, this is why I'm glad I brought that shit up. You're an optimist, aren't you? God damn. Never be hurt again. What happened to you, my man? Who turned you into a fucking sourpuss? I'm intrigued, and we're 10 seconds into this motherfucker. Well, actually, that's incorrect. We're a minute in. We're actually 16 fucking... God damn it. Such a long intro. Also, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be back and watching Darling in the Franxx again. It was nice to take a break, but literally the entire time I was watching those analysis videos, like, I want to watch the next one. I can't watch I haven't seen the next. I want to watch the next episode. Like, so I really wanted to do it, and I just fucking couldn't. And it made me real sad. It's so fucking good to see these characters. I love this show so much. Have I mentioned that yet? It's so fucking entertaining. I love these fucking characters. Again, I've said it 100 million times, but I'm 100% a character guy, and when you make a show that makes it, as soon as I see an intro and I see these characters pop up and I have a big fucking smile on my face, you know that you have done something right, that you have won me over, and you can do damn near anything and get away with that shit. And just, this show really nailed that for me, and I'm so happy to watch it again. Again, I am sorry that I did take a break, and I hope that doesn't piss anyone off too much, but it was nice to do. 25? That's a big number. It's not as big as the other giant horde of them, but you know what I mean. The S planning? Is that, yeah, it's you two. Again, yeah, no, with that new information, or theory that I have, it is information, it's a theory based on information, goddammit. The Ikuno became potentially one of the most interesting and characters worth watching in the show. So I'm very interested to see if that does end up going anywhere. Huh. I don't fucking know what he's after. That's what I want to know. The fact that you guys are just talking to each other and not shitting all over each other is amazing. It makes me happy. I'm still very interested to see if you have anything more to you other than, I like sandwiches. And I like Kokoro. Don't say that. I read the title of this motherfucker. You big giant muffin, you. Oh, what the fuck are you? You look like those little bean bags that you toss into the rings and shit. But they're hungry for people. What? Dude. The child fever. Is this the shit they were talking about with the infection when they were talking to Zerome? Or to someone? Huh. Huh. That's what I would very much like to know. Come on, girl, back me up. Give me some knowledge, my boy. You the smart man. You got the glasses anyway. I like them glasses, too. Don't talk about backs. Ah, God. That is not a high survival rate. Yeah. Like, I know we don't always get along, my man, but definitely don't die. Huh. Huh. Yeah, that definitely... Do you mean to actually pilot with him, like, together in a Franxx? Or just like, well, let's be Franxx buddies? Because if so, I would assume he just didn't understand what the situation was. How it's, the male and female thing. Unless there is more to that. I don't know. Okay, it's not an order, but it's an option. So there's no way in hell Kokoro doesn't switch with Ikuno. Right? I feel like... I don't know. We'll see. Some shit obviously is. Because she is not... I don't like not smiley 02. Because melancholy 02 sucks. Come on, girl. Sorry that I'm not saying anything. I'm really... Fucking A. Huh. I suddenly feel really, really glad that I mentioned those two things. Yeah, I told you. Knew it was gonna happen. Oh, my man. My poor, poor boy. Huh. This is a really interesting way for this episode to be going so far. I don't like all these emotions, man. I don't like you two being such assholes to each other, and I don't like Sad Boy, and I would imagine that she just... Hero, my man, with the knowledge. The thoughts. Hey, come on, man. No one's saying that. Shit. Again, I did not go into this episode just expecting emotions all over the fucking place. Don't do this. What the fuck happened between you two, dude? Also, someone pick up Futoshi, please. I think the first time I've... And it's fucking Futoshi's crying ass that does it? Really? Also, that was the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen from Kokoro right there. I think she'd make a great mom, I will say that. She's just got that. I think because she cares about your dumb ass. She might actually, like, care, too. Everyone's gonna die. Great. Gutenberg. Fuck. Vaguely remember them things being assholes. Not Steve. Wait, I don't know about Steve. He might be a douche. I don't know. Y'all fucking better be. That means all you. You too, you sassy son of a bastard. Fucking... God damn it, I gotta ride with this motherfucker. I will say this, yeah, the Klaxosaur designs are just so fucking weird, and I kind of love it. That is a big motherfucker, and it looks like he can run fast. Also, girl, you are fucking up. Come on, you're the badass. You gotta start acting like the smart badass. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. Oh, that just made this motherfucker a lot harder to take down, didn't it? Girl, you seriously need to... Take a fucking breather, please. No one get fucked up in this fight, please. My man, I know you're upset, but you gotta get into this shit, or otherwise I suspect you're gonna get in a bad way. Ikuno needs you to be on point, my man. I really do like that weapon. It's kind of badass. It's fucking ridiculous, but it's badass. Come on, man. Gotta get your shit together. You get her fucking hurt, everyone's gonna be pissed at you. Get yourself hurt, everyone's gonna be pissed at you. Fucking A. There you go, drop it. What is this bullshit? Oh, that's... Okay, I thought he just fucking passed out or something. Dude, you gotta... Oh... What the shit is that about? That's what I'd like to fucking know. Also, why the fuck are you bleeding from your goddamn head? Huh. Huh. I will say I potentially have a theory on that, but I don't want to bring it up. I'll at least say that I think someone wiped his memory. Because Hiro does not seem like the person who would just willingly do that. I think you are. You're just trying to back someone else up. I was not expecting to get this emotional this episode, dude. Especially not over the characters that I have been. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing, girl? Fucking A, yeah. Thank you for stopping her. Jesus Christ. Also, it's definitely good to know that Zero Twos is not the only Franxx that does that shit. Yeah, let's have this one have a positive ending, please. I do love this fucking triumphant music. Oh, damn. I like that shadow effect on Sterlizia, too. Oh, my voice is coming through the microphone. I just realized I'm talking kind of quiet. I don't know how effective that is. damn, man. Being a little unreasonable, for sure. It's not a good thing, but punching a motherfucker in the head ain't great either. Again, I'm just being so quiet. There's so much shit happening in this fucking episode, dude. Again, I think someone took out my man's memory. And I think the reason I'm leaning towards that is because I've mentioned 100 times over. I mentioned earlier with the fucking Kokoro shit. It's fucking impossible to avoid screenshots from this fucking show. And there's one thing in particular that gets thrown around fucking constantly. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, hi, I just cut out what it is that I was saying in the editing process because I just realized I was trying to talk about something, but for the sake of things, I don't want to put it in because it feels like a spoiler. And just in case there's anyone who's going along the show with me, I want to make sure that I'm not putting that in. So I absolutely just cut something out in here. But point is, I think I probably leave in a part where I was mentioning I have reasons to suspect that someone blitzed my boy's brain box at some point when he was young, because of potential screenshot shit on Twitter. That being said, also it seems like it makes sense considering, again, that doesn't seem, his reaction to Mitsuru in that flashback does not at all seem like something he would do under normal circumstances. That does not seem like Hiro. Maybe, I would say, like, maybe he was different when he was a kid, but he wasn't different when he was a fucking kid, because you constantly see shit about, see flashbacks to him when he was a kid, and he was the nicest fucking human being the world's ever goddamn seen. So, I definitely have reason to think that someone fucked with his head. And considering Papa and Ape and all of them seem to be who they are, I wouldn't doubt it for a fucking second. This world is the fuckedest little weird dystopia fucking place I've ever goddamn seen. Who knows what crazy shit they did. But yeah, no, I just realized I went a little too into detail on something like that. And just for the sake of things, I don't want to risk ruining the show for anyone else. Again, I don't even really know because I don't have context for most things. But considering what the screenshot actually was, I'm considering I don't really need that much context. But yeah, no, it is what it is. Anyway, point is, that's out of the episode now. Anyway. Yeah, no, I really, really liked this fucking episode. I was not expecting to go into it. You can probably tell that I liked it because I just sat here, like, for most of it. You know when I shut the fuck up that I'm intently watching the show. But yeah, no, I was not expecting, because when I saw the title partner shuffle, I was definitely thinking there was going to be a little bit of kerfuffledness between the gang. Again, as soon as I'm really, really glad I mentioned the shit from the analysis videos earlier on in this episode, because that both of those things seem to come into play quite a bit. Both with Mitsuru and Kokoro's interactions leading up to this point, and Ikuno potentially being a fan of citrus. Point is, yeah, no, I'm really glad I mentioned that. But, you know, I was not expecting it to be quite as emotional as it was. Especially from, like, Futoshi. Because, like, I had assumed going into it that he was probably, if it was something like that, he's made it very, very clear throughout the show that he really was into her. And is into her. So, you know, when you yank that out from underneath of him, especially when he's constantly, literally since the very beginning of the show, he was like, hey, Kokoro, I think you're fucking awesome. Hey, we'll be best pals forever, right? And, like, it's been building up more and more as time goes on, and she's been building farther away from him. So eventually that was going to come to a head, and apparently it seems like it did here. And I knew he probably wasn't going to take it well, but my man really did not take that well. But yeah, no, there was a lot of really good emotional shit in this scene. I can't remember if any other scenes in the show have yet to actually make me tear up, but fucking A. That first scene with Futoshi definitely got me a little bit, and it shouldn't have, because it's fucking Futoshi. He's a big blubbering goofball. But yeah, no, that hit me a bit. And the fact that at the end he actually does call out and straight up say, like, I loved her, that... I'm very curious to see where all that continues to go, because I'm wondering then, was that partner shuffle just for this episode, or is Kokoro now in just, she is linked up with Mitsuru at this point, especially considering how it left off with, like, I will protect Kokoro, I promise. It definitely leads me to believe, yeah, they are shuffled for good, and yeah, I'm very, very curious to see where all of that goes. Also, there is another thing that's popping in my head, but I don't know if I should bring it up quite yet. I don't know, we'll see. But you know, it's I realized that's come up a couple times in this episode. Oh, there's something I'm thinking, but I don't think I should say it. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, point is, I really dug this episode. Again, I'm a character guy, and this episode was all of the character, especially on Mitsuru and Futoshi and Kokoro and Ikuno's part. Yeah. It kind of hit me out of nowhere. I was not expecting that going in. I knew it was going to be a thing. I just didn't know it was going to be that big of a thing. Anyway, I don't really know what else to say. I will say, again, the 0-2 stuff, as we keep going along, continues to be more and more intriguing in a very sad, uncomfortable way. Because, again, I really don't like seeing her own melancholy and shit like that. Though I will say that last little scene that she had with Hero 2 was a little unsettling. I don't know. I mean, it's a nice. I mean, it's the thought that people have on their wedding, till death do us part. You know, it's just like, I don't know if it's just the way she said it or whatever. It just sounds uncomfortable and unpleasant. But you know, this was a really, really good episode. I really liked this, and I'm very curious to get other people's opinions on it. And that's the cool thing, is I can now watch these analysis videos along with these now. So at least if I do run across anything that I didn't catch that I feel is worth bringing up, I will totally do that in the episodes as we go along, thanks to cool people like my mans and my always beautiful comment section. You sweet, tasty bastards, you. But, you know, I really dug this. Fucking love this show so much. I'm so happy that I'm finally back now. Like, 1 week that was surprisingly difficult to sit through. But yeah, no, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, then go ahead and give it a little bit of like love. Like for my tears, for my big fat boy's tears. My tears for his tears. For her tears. For Mitsuru's tears. It's just it's a trail of tears. Sadly, no one's Native American in this incident. Is that sad? That's not sad. That they've had enough, Shannon. It's already been bad enough for them. I'm now sad at history too. But yeah, no, this was good. If you guys liked it, go ahead and give it a little bit of like love. If you guys have anything you want to say in the comment section down below, by all means, throw it out there. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. Again, I'm sorry for that little bit towards the end where shit got cut out. It's just like I went on a little bit of a tangent that I wasn't a fan of, so it's gonna be gone. Again, mainly just because I may have potentially gotten spoiled for shit, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Just on the off chance that someone is going along with the show with me, I don't want to risk ruining it for them too. Actually, you know what, please, just as a personal request from me, if you do that this way, if you are going along with the show that way, with me as we go along, please tell me in the comments, because I want to know if there are people out there who are like that, so that I know that I'm justified in, you know, being as tight-lipped as I can with that kind of thing. So just please, if you guys happen to be that way, please throw it down there. Even if you're not a big talkative guy or girl, just throw it down there, please. Anyway, you know, that's the thing. Share it with your friends if you guys care to. What is the other thing that I asked? Subscribe if you guys care to stick around and see more. Obviously, I'm going to keep going along with Darling in The Franxx. We have the rest of our shows as well, which are continuing until Citrus, which ends next week, which is, I'm thinking we're going to have a little 1-week break for Citrus specifically, not just for all of the videos, but just for Citrus specifically, of downtime, and then we're going to pick up the week after that, starting Hinamatsuri. So that's worth keeping in mind. Again, I have both in my anime, or not my anime list, I have an AniList profile, where you can see all the things that I like, see what I think about them, see things I've seen, see things I want to see, anything like that. You can talk to me there, you can recommend stuff, you can do whatever the hell you want, you can follow me, you can say fuck off, you can do whatever you want to do, but that's there, as well as obviously the poll, which is in the description as well, which will allow you to have a little bit of input on what we're watching next Wednesday, or not next Wednesday, but after Place Where the Universe Ends on Wednesdays. You guys can throw down your opinions on that. Also, do keep in mind that you should probably get started on that now, soon, because I believe, if I remember correctly, I had it set to end this Friday, so it would be or this Friday for me. I forget that everyone else has different time zones, but it ends like I think noon on the 6th. So keep that in mind. Get on it, Blue Bonnet. You know, this episode fucked with my head. I was not ready for these feelings. I will say I'm really growing to love Kokoro, and I find myself really enjoying Mitsuru as we go along. Because this episode, again, considering it's someone who I couldn't give less of a shit about earlier on in the series, the fact that we're getting to see a bit more of him and he's continuing to grow as we go along, it definitely intrigues me, and I'm very curious to see where their situation goes, you know? What else? I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, we're coming up very close on 100 subscribers, so I have some things planned for that. We're gonna do a movie. I'm gonna do a thank you sort of video thing, and potentially another thing as well, but I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna see. We're gonna. But you know, until then, ignore this. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. If you did, smile for me. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Got me feeling away. Toodles, doodles, and lemons. I don't like sad characters. Fuck.